Hello. How you guys doing today? So my live today was admin approved, but I did a post today, and we felt like it might have been something good to share in the group. So as you come in, make sure that you share this out to some people and say hello in the comments. It's been a minute since I've been live in the group. So yeah, I'm just going to send this out to a few people so we can get y'all in here. For those of you who are newer to the group or haven't seen me in here in a while, let me go ahead and just quickly introduce myself while you guys are coming in here. My name is therhondaevans. I am a website designer and a client experience strategist, right? So we have all these different titles and things for stuff, and we don't really know what to call ourselves, but over time, this title has evolved because of the exact work that I'm doing for clients, right? And so one of the things that I often notice when I go to people's websites is that it's like a real live scavenger hunt, and that should not be your client's experience at all. So when you come in, hey Amira, when you come in, just say hello in the comments and make sure that you share this out. Share this out. Matter of fact, can it be? Oh, it can only be shared to the group members. That's fine. That's fine. We'll share it out more. I think we can. Can we do that, Amir? Afterwards. But let me go ahead and get started. If you happen to catch this on the replay, then just type replay down in the comments. But let's get started, right? So let me ask you guys, when you go to someone's website, what is the main thing that you're looking for, right? Let me know in the comments, when you first go to someone's website, what is the first thing that you are looking for? I know for me, I want to really see what it is that you do, right? I want to know, matter of fact, hold on. Had to make sure I had that on Do Not Disturb. I want to know what it is that you do. You know, I go to your Instagram, you may or may not have a clear bio. And so when I click on that link, I'm clicking on that link to get more clarity, right? And so when I get there, I do not want to feel like I'm searching around to see what it is that you do, because it should be clear, right? It should kind of be clear. It should be. Am I expecting too much, or should that be clear? Let me know in the comments. Do I have high expectations that I want that to be clear, or am I we on the same page, right? Right. So their services, right? You want to know what it is that they do, right? How can they best serve you? So when you go to someone's website, one of the first things that you should see is who it is that they serve. This weeds out anyone who is not your ideal client, right? I service service-based business owners, right? I've learned in the past that, you know, I do not necessarily want to work with high, heavy, you know, volume, product-based clients. That's just not my ideal client, is to work with someone. Like, you know, of course, some of my clients have products that they sell, but that's not the only thing that they do, right? So if you have a fashion line or a makeup line or, you know, things like that, I'm sorry, I can refer you to somebody. I've just learned over the years that that's not who I'm meant to serve. So you want to know who they serve. So when they come, they'll see I help service-based business owners. So if they are a product-based business owner, they're like, oh, you know, she might not be able to help me when it comes to doing certain things. However, there are some other components on my website that we'll talk about in a minute that may still help them and may still service them, right? Even if I can't one-on-one help them, okay? The next thing is you should be able to see clearly what it is that they do. what it is that they do. So the first thing is, hello, how are you? You should be able to know who they serve and what it is that they do, right? So I help service-based business owners share their vision online through website design and systems implementation. Okay, so now you know I only work with service-based business owners, and I do website design and systems implementation, right? So if that doesn't really fit in the category of what you're looking for or expecting to see when you go to my website, then at that point, you get off. Or if you're curious, like me, you might scroll a little bit more. But people should automatically know when they hit that home page, boom, who it is that you serve and what it is that you do, right? They shouldn't have to wonder and feel like, oh, let me just keep peeling back the layers of this onion to figure out if this person is somebody I want to work with. That shouldn't be the case, right? The next thing is, it should be who you are. People pay for you, not necessarily your service at first, right? Because you could be the best web designer, you could be the best graphic designer, you could be the best life coach. But if we don't align, then I'm not going to want to work with you. I'm not going to work with you if you do amazing work and you got a nasty attitude. If I have to talk to you, if we have to communicate, and we don't align, I don't get a good vibe from you. I don't like the way that you do business. I don't like the way you communicate. I'm sorry. I'm going to move on to someone who better aligns with me. So you want to know, let people know who you are. There are some people out here that, hold on one second, y'all. How can I help you? Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, it's open. We want to know, right? Not at will. Exactly. So yeah, we want to know who you are, right? We want to know. There are some people out here are just very blunt and straight and to the point, and then there are some people who are just like, woo. I'm gonna give you some fluff, not fluff, but I'm going to hold your hand. And there are some entrepreneurs out here that just want it straight, no chaser. And then there are other entrepreneurs out here that want someone who's going to hold their hand. So letting people know who you are is really going to help them further make their decision if they want to work with you. And in that section where you put your bio, they're going to know that if it's really authentic, okay? And people, let me just put this tidbit in here. If you're working with a copywriter to craft your bio, because I know that that's a difficult thing to do. I don't always do well at that part at all, okay? But I have people in my network that do copywriting, right? And so that person should be able to speak in your tone, not their tone. Because if they're speaking in their tone and then that client gets on the phone with you, then like, this is not the vibe that I got from your website, right? So make sure that if you are hiring a copywriter to do your bio, that they are absolutely fully 100% getting you as a person and they're speaking in your tone, okay? You don't want to trick people into thinking you something that you're not. All right. Next thing is how you solve their problem, right? I need to be able to go to your website and see that you can solve the problem that I got. I shouldn't have to guess that you can solve my problem. I should be able to go to your website and know that. I should be able to see that when I go to the website, right? I need to know that, hey, I'm struggling with getting my message out clearly on my website. My website looks a mess, or I don't know what to say on my website. I don't know how to place things on my website. And they go to see, hey, she's a website designer. This is what she does. And this is how she solves problems for her previous clients. And you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, that's me. That's me. When people go onto your website, they should know how you solve the problem. And I know you're thinking, well, how am I going to say that? Am I just going to pretty much say this is how I solve your problem? Not necessarily. You can show people how you solve the problem through your testimonials, through case studies, through just really being extremely descriptive in your descriptions of your services. And sometimes, yes, you can simply say, this is the problem, this is the solution, because that's what I got on my website. But I didn't always have that on my website. I had testimonials on there. And I'm going to also be adding case studies, because case studies are a little different than testimonials. Testimonials is just somebody giving you just like a one-time review. Case studies help people understand where they were at in their business prior to working with you, where they're at now. Hey, Shauna, where they're at in the process of working with you, and since they've worked with you, what has increased in their business, right? For me and what I do, that could have been, they want to increase followers on their email list. It could have been that they wanted to increase the traffic on their website. It could have been that they wanted to retain more clients. So it could be a lot of different things, because every client is different. So case studies really break down what services you provided for them and how those services impacted them in the positive way, in a successful way. Okay. So, oh shoot, wait a minute. My notes disappeared. So additionally, you want to make sure that people can contact you, right? So let's do a quick recap for those of you who just joined. We're talking about whether or not your website, hey, thanks for joining, looks like a scavenger hunt. Okay. When people go to your website, it should be clear. The ease of use should be simple. And that's how you get more people to book you. Okay. So let's do a quick recap. When people go to your website, they should be able to know who it is that you serve, right? What it is that you do, who you are, and how you solve the problem. Those are the 4 things that they should be able to see. Now that be clear, because I know we like to use a lot of big words. I know that we like to sound like we're so professional, but be straight, be clear. All right, be clear about what it is that you do. We do not have to paint a picture. And I actually am putting up a post tomorrow that says this, but this is where we get mixed up and we lose clients in this part, right? We want to talk about all the things that we know as an expert to be, and we forget we're the expert, not the person who's booking us. So our industry jargon, our industry terms could be over somebody else's head who is not in the industry. Be simple yet clear. Okay, you don't have to use a lot of big words. You don't have to use a lot of industry jargon to get people to book you. You just need to be clear about your service offerings and who you want to work with. Okay, we don't have to do, people shouldn't have to go get a dictionary to understand what you're saying, or Google to understand what it is that you do. Right? So keep it simple. The next thing is, so now that they know all of these things about you and your business and how they can help you, now they're like, hey, I want to hire this person. I want to work with them. And then nothing. You know why? Because we don't make that contacting us portion of our website easy. We don't make it simple. We don't make it simple, y'all. Yes, it is coin season. And I'm going to talk about this in just a second, Shauna. So make sure that y'all stay to the end. I'm going to talk about this. This is a Black-owned business here locally in Charlotte. So I'm going to talk about this and why we literally are in coin season right now. Every season should be coin season, but I'm going to talk about why this season, especially these few months that we're in right now, is absolutely coin season. Okay? So making it easy to contact you, and that can be in a couple different ways, right? The simplest way is having a scheduling link there, or a button rather, for people can book you and schedule, right? Some business owners have it to where they want to talk to you first, right? Because you want to make sure this is a right fit service for that person, rather than them just simply clicking on your service and purchasing it and moving forward, right? So make sure that your scheduling link, number one, works. Okay. Make sure the links aren't broken, people. But make sure that you have a scheduling link on your website if that's what pertains to you and your business, right? They should be able to go on there, go on your calendar and book you. And that goes a little bit further. In whatever scheduling system you're using, be clear, okay? Be clear about the duration of time. Be clear about what is expected during that service. If there's a fee associated with it, make that part easy as well, right? Make sure that your calendar is up to date. Nothing is worse than someone going on your website and scheduling a meeting with you and you're really not available and you have to reschedule. That doesn't give them a good client experience, right? Because they're like, well, I went to your schedule and this is what was available and this is what I booked, when you hadn't synced your calendars, right? To make sure that that time frame is truly available. So make sure that your availability is up to date and current. Yes, up to date calendar, right? The next thing is a booking link or the correct shop link. So some people know what they want and they know what they want to pay. They know what their budget is. So they just go ahead and book it and go about their business, right? So like, for example, if you're in the beauty industry, for example, if you have people who are booking you for a service, be clear. Again, be clear about what is expected at the time of their service. Be clear if a deposit is required prior to them, getting this service done. Be clear about collecting their card information, right? If you collect card information ahead of time to make sure that service is reserved, so like if they don't show up, they get charged, right? But be clear. Make sure that your booking and your scheduling links are up to date and current, okay? And it provides the expectation for whoever is booking that service, right? The next one is your email address. We are living in this time of where we are really big on this influencer thing, right? And you will be surprised at who is watching you. You just never know who is watching you, right? It could be a brand who is watching you, seeing everything that you're doing, seeing how you move, and then one day they're like, this is the time. This is the moment. Let me contact her. Guess what? There's no email address on there. They can't email you. And this is really going to lead into the next one as well. They can't contact you because the email address isn't there. And God forbid it's a gmail.com. Y'all, we are professionals. Nothing against anybody who got Gmail still, but we are professionals, y'all. It don't cost that much to get us get a domain and then associate your email to it. It don't cost that much. Let's be professional. Let's get it done. Okay, I had a Gmail for the longest, but then when I started really taking my business serious and really wanting to work with brands and certain types of business owners, I had to show up the way that I wanted my clients to come to me. If I want this level of clientele, if I want these types of clients to come to me, then I need to show up that way too, right? I'm going to say it a different way. Crap is not going to attract sugar, and sugar ain't attract crap, right? We got to show up the way that we want them to come to us, okay? I don't know any other kind of way to say that. The next one is a contact form, right? And I'm not going to even say if you don't have your email address on there, because you should have your email address on there, period. But you should also have a contact form because people got questions, right? If they don't necessarily book with you at that moment, at least have a contact form on your website so you can collect some data, right? That gives you an opportunity to see what type of people are contacting me, how did they even find me, what services that they really are truly interested in. That contact form is like your research that you didn't really have to do much to do, but put the contact form on there, right? And preferably this contact form should be linked to your CRM, your client relationship manager, right? Let that one step do the work for you long term, right? Now you have this new inquiry. It comes into your CRM automatically. You see that you have this new inquiry, and now based on the answers on that contact form, you can pitch to them based on their needs. Okay, that contact form is going to help you so much, right? Because you don't want to get on a call with somebody and you're like, I have no idea what we're about to talk about. No, that should never be the case. You should know what type of conversation is going to take place because they've already filled out this form. They've given you some data, some information that you can use prior to that call. So when you get on the call, and this is especially for those of you who do these 15-minute or 30-minute free calls. After 15 minutes, y'all, it shouldn't even be free. But anywho, that's a whole nother conversation. But for you to get on these calls, because you only have a limited amount of time, right? So you need to collect a lot, as much information on the front end before that phone call, right? Because we make the mistake of getting on these calls and that 15-minute call lasts 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. And that should never be the case, right? Because they've already told you on that contact form what it is that they need from you and what services that they're looking for and what their pain points are and what they really need help with. Then when you get on that call, I see that you need X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Here's how I can help you solve that problem. Tell them about your service that you have, not how to solve the problem, right? You know, we get, and I've been there. I've done it so many times. You know, you get on the phone and you get diarrhea of the mouth. Oh, well, you could do X, Y, and Z, this, and that. And then after the call, you're like, oh, they didn't book me. I don't know why. Because you already gave them all the sauce. You already gave them everything on this 15-minute call that lasted an hour. You gave them everything, right? So use that contact form to your benefit, okay? So quick recap before I get off, right, Leslie? Like, it shouldn't be free. It shouldn't be free, I'm just saying. I even think my prices for my consultations are too low based on what I really see people charging for consultations right now. But yeah. Here are the top ways to make sure that your website is not like a scavenger hunt. Your website should show who you serve, what you do, who you are, how you can solve the problem. Yes, use that to your benefit. And make sure that they're able to contact you. And you can do that through your contact form, your email address, and having an accurate, up-to-date booking and scheduling link. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? While you guys are getting your questions together, I just want to shout out this hoodie. It's courtesy of the Bossy brand, BAWSY. The Bossy brand. She is a female entrepreneur who is truly out here hustling, y'all, okay? And hustling, not in a bad word, but a good word, okay? She is out here doing a doggone thing. And I have to support her because of her quality of service, my customer experience every single time that I order from her. My customer experience is amazing. It's superb, right? And that's what keeps ultimately people coming back to us, is that experience, right? You may have had some hiccups in the process. You may have had some hiccups in whatever the service is. You know, it may have gone on longer than what it should have because, you know, you may not have gotten the information right on time, right? Anything happened. Life could have happened, but if you are making sure every step of the way that you are giving them some type of level of experience, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. Just like whenever I pull up to Chick-fil-A and I see that long line, I'm like, dang, I don't want to sit in this long line. But guess what? Every time I do. Every time I stay in the line because of my customer experience, right? I get in the line and I tell myself, I'm not going to be in this line long. It won't take that long to get my food. And it might have taken long, but in my mind, it won't take long, okay? She is online at thebossybrand.com. And on Instagram, she's an online vendor, so she doesn't have a brick and mortar just yet, but you can order these online. I know for Black Friday, I believe that she's going to have a really good sale. She had a really good sale when I bought these hoodies. So yeah. Yep. Customer service experience is everything. It is. It really is. Like, it just keeps us, it's what keeps us coming back, and it keeps us referrals coming in, right? Most of my business is referral based because of the client experience that they receive and the quality of work. So they keep coming back, and then they ultimately refer me to other people. So yeah, that client experience is everything. And of course, I am rocking my Black owned business, the lip bar. This color is Brick House by Melissa Butler, who is from Detroit, Michigan. If y'all don't know, if y'all have never followed me, I'm from Detroit. So I always got to rep my city. And then my nails, y'all, is also from a Black owned entrepreneur, The Good Polish, here locally in Charlotte off of East Boulevard. Yep, so MK is doing some amazing things. She's about to hire some staff, and that's a whole nother conversation too, y'all. I hired my first intern this week, and yeah, I should have did this a long time ago. I should have hired people a long time ago. But do you guys have any questions? Was this helpful? Let me know down in the comments. Yes, we have to promote each other, y'all. Like, there are people out here that we promote religiously, and we don't even know them folks. We have no personal connection whatsoever with them folks. Report. Promote people you actually know. Promote people you actually fool with. Promote people that have really good services. Really good services. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Amira. I thank you for giving us this platform, right? That allow us to, talk about what we are experts in, and then ultimately just help one another. So thank you so much for creating this platform that allows us to even be on here, to be able to do this, because people oftentimes, I put up this post that I saw that says something, it's not word for word, but basically it was like, y'all be holding on to this so tight. Just tell us where you got the pine saw from, right? Because that's how it is. A lot of people want to hold on to stuff like, well, I gained this knowledge the hard way, so they gotta learn it the same way I got it. No. If you learn it, it is your responsibility to share it, right? It's not going to take anything away from what you do and how you do it, because we all do things differently. Our approach is different. Our client experience is different. Our services ultimately are different. Even if we are in the same industry, it's still different. Right? There's nothing wrong with sharing the secret sauce. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? What's meant for us is for us. Period. Point, period, blank. So yeah. Right, all the way for the people in the back. All the way, like, you ain't gotta hide it. Girl, just tell me where you got it from. Right? Like, this is what I don't get. If I bought this hoodie, right, and I had it on, and y'all were like, oh, that's cute. Where'd you get it from? I'm like, oh, I can't tell you. How is that going to benefit the person who created the shirt? Right? We want them. They're not going to run out. And even if they did run out, you already got yours, but you still, right? You still want to help them grow their business. You want to help them grow their business. I am glad, I live for a good live, y'all. Shauna know I will go live every day. Every day. So yes, but thank you guys for hopping on. If you catch the replay, just type replay down in the comments. And if you have any questions whatsoever, still put it down in the comments. And I pray that you guys are very highly successful in your business. Oh, that was the one part that I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get off for real, y'all. When I was talking about coin season, we have Black Friday coming up, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, Christmas and New Year's, right? Are we prepared? Are we prepared for these seasons, right? This time last year is when my business completely changed. And I'm going to be quick. Last year, this time, I was separated from my husband. Last year, this time, I was sleeping in my friend's loft. Last year, this time, I thought that I had my ideal job and I was doing my business on the side, right? They fired me. I didn't have a job, so I was left with two choices. Either go get another job or work my business. I had no idea what I was going to do for Black Friday. I took a service and I just was like, bump it. This is the discount I'm going to give. And I put it out there and it took off. It took off, y'all. I was booked up for websites for months. All because of this season right here. This season. So if you are stressing about what to do for Black Friday and all of those other dates that I just talked about, stop. Keep it simple. Just like your website, keep it simple. We don't have to have no elaborate sale. Keep it simple. What's your top seller? What do people want the most? What's the problem that people are having the most that you are able to solve? And slap a price tag on it, right? Give them the discount that they need. And I'm not saying severely discount stuff, y'all. I'm not saying that at all. But don't overthink it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to come out with something brand new for this weekend or next weekend today. Use what you already have. Repurpose some stuff, right? I do lives all the time. There are some lives on here that probably should have cost some money. I could easily repurpose that live and sell it for Black Friday. Because everybody who saw it when I initially did it didn't see it now. There's still new people. New people that need to put their eyes on it, right? So don't overthink it. It is absolutely coin season. Use these next couple of months to your advantage. Get in front of a whole new audience, in front of a whole new people with the stuff that you already are doing. Okay? So don't overthink it. But thank you guys. I'm going to hop off now because I got a whole bunch of work to do. But I will see you guys later. And hopefully I'll be back here in December with a new live.